Shri Sai Satcharita Chapter-20 part-2 Sadguru only competent and qualified to explain. As we have seen, this Upanishad is the quintessence of the Vedas. It is the science of self-realization. It is the scythe or weapon which can rend asunder the bondage of life and death and make us free. Therefore, he thought that he who has himself attained self realization can only give him the true or correct interpretation of the Upanishad. When nobody could satisfy Das Ganu, he resolved to consult Sai Baba about this. When he got an opportunity to go to Shirdi, he saw Sai Baba prostrated himself before him and mentioned his difficulties about the Isha Upanishad and requested him to give the correct solution. Sai Baba blessed him and said, "You need not be anxious. There is no difficulty about the matter. The maid servant of Kaka Sahib Dikshit, will solve your doubts at Ville Parle on your way home." The people who were present there and heard this thought that Baba was joking and said, "How could an illiterate maid servant solve difficulties of this mystic nature?" But Das Ganu thought otherwise. He was sure that whatever Baba spoke must come true, as Baba's word was the decree of Brahma Almighty. Kaka's maid servant, fully believing Baba's words, he left Shirdi and came to Ville Parle, a suburb of Mumbai, and stayed with Kaka Sahib Dikshit. There, the next day, when Das Ganu was enjoying his morning nap, some say, when he was engaged in worship, he heard a poor girl singing a beautiful song in clear and melodious voice. The theme of the song was a crimson colored sari. How nice it was, how fine was its embroidery, how beautiful was its borders, etc. He liked the song so much that he came out and saw that it was being sung by a young girl, the sister of Namya, who was servant of Kaka Sahib. The girl was cleaning vessels and had only a torn rag on her person. On seeing her improvised condition and her happy temperament, Das Ganu felt pity for her, and when Rao Bahadur M.V. Pradhan gave him a pair of dhotas the next day, he requested him to give a sari to the poor little girl also. Rao Bahadur bought a good chirdi small sari and presented it to her. Like a stout person getting delicious dishes to eat, her joy knew no bounds. Next day, she wore the new sari and out of great joy and merriment whirled and danced around and played fugri with other girls. The following day, she kept the new sari in her box at home and came in the old and torn rags, but she looked as merry as she was the previous day. On seeing this, Das Ganu's pity transformed into admiration. He thought that the girl, being poor, had to wear a torn rag, but now she had a new sari, which she kept in reserve and putting on the old rag, strutted about, showing no trace of sorrow or dejection. Thus he realized that all our feelings of pain and pleasure depend upon the attitude of our mind. On thinking deeply over this incident, he realized that a man ought to enjoy whatever God has bestowed on him, in the firm conviction that he besets everything from all sides, and that whatever is bestowed on him by God must be for his good. In this particular case, the improvised condition of the poor girl, her torn rag, and the new sari, the donor, the doni, and the deal were all parts of the Lord and pervaded by him. Here, Das Ganu got a practical demonstration of the lesson of the Upanishad, the lesson of contentment with one's own lot, in the belief that whatever